So this is a short one that leads up to an activation where I'm going to have people pass around a piece of paper with their name on it, and everybody writes a good quality or a good experience or whatever, a prophecy or whatever that they've had about the person whose name is on the top of the sheet in the group. But yeah, this one's called Idle Talk. I have a confession to make. I was once a horrible gossiper. I was a bully in junior and senior high. I would bully people to their faces and behind their backs. I deeply regret it. I have since made amends to nearly everyone I bullied. After being born again, the first thing Holy Spirit had me work on was not to gossip. If someone isn't in the room, do not talk about them. Period. The only loophole to that is if you and someone else are discussing a specific thing about someone you are actively praying for and physically helping them with. And only that specific thing, nothing else. In other words, they are 100% aware that you and someone else discusses that specific thing when they aren't there. Everything else is a sin. If a person doesn't know you're discussing things about them when they aren't there, you're sinning. If you and someone else start discussing a specific thing about someone else that isn't there with the intention of praying for them and physically helping them with the thing, you must immediately begin the process of physically helping them, whether it is talk or action. So then they become aware that you were doing this. Aware that you were talking about them or praying for them or whatever. If you don't do that in a timely manner after talking about them when they aren't there, you're sinning against them. It's idle talk. You're gossiping. Now, the exception to the exception is if a person shares something in confidence with you and you share that with someone else, you're gossiping. You're sinning against the person. Telling other people's secrets is not good. Not good at all. There's no justifying sharing people's secrets. I don't know. Just for the record, that is one I never had a problem with. I grew up in small town Grand Rapids, so to say I grew up on the streets is a joke, but I did and do live by the code of the streets. One of those unwritten rules I live and die by is that I take secrets to the grave with me. Proverbs 11:13. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. Proverbs 20:19. A gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. Proverbs 26:20. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. Proverbs 16:28. Perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. Now, one exception to the secret thing that I want to say is if somebody tells you in confidence that they're going to harm themselves or another, that has to be seriously weighed. Yeah, I don't, that's really all I need to say about gossiping, though. We should be building people up with our words. Why this topic relates to recovery is because fellowship is one of the keys to recovery. If fellowship is a key, gossip is like putting glue into the lock. Gossip not only keeps fellowship from working to its fullest potential, it breaks it. Talking behind people's back destroys relationships. It might feel or it might appear to strengthen the relationship between the 2 or 3 people gossiping about someone amongst themselves, but the truth is that opens doors to demonic influence within that group. It's not good. We should build people up with our words. And that's all the talk is, then we'll lead into the activation. So yeah,